What's up, guys? I'm at the Overland Expo in Flagstaff, Arizona, and of course I had to stop by the Overland Explorer booth and introduce yourself to the world. Tell everybody who
you guys. My name is Arnold. I'm one of the owners of Overland Explorer out of Red Deer, Alberta, Canada.
So let's go ahead and just jump right into the awesome products that you guys got.
Sure. All of our designs, whether it be the trailer, a flatbed camper, a sprinter, a fixed cabin that's going on any kind of chassis you can dream up. We all start with composite materials. We love composites. So all of our walls, our floors, our ceilings, roofs, all composite. Inside, all the cabinetry, aluminum, powder coated aluminum. The door fronts, all the door fronts, positive locking latches. It's a polymer door.
Nice.
Stainless steel piano hinges. And again, aluminum.
So you did that for weight savings mostly,
Absolutely.
Right?
Weight savings and longevity. We want everything to last.
Because the wood would degrade, but this will never degrade.
Exactly. You're going to be getting bounced around. We've got a prototype down in Moab, down at Twisted Jeeps. It's been getting tested there for the last several months, and it is getting bounced. It's a rented mule. This thing is getting beat on, and I've seen the wheels off the ground. And yet the slide out, I tested it just yesterday myself. The slide out in that trailer, in that prototype that's down in Moab, it fully functions, no problems. So you're not going to have anything falling apart.
That's nice.
That's especially important with the composite as well. So composite, no wood. So if you do leave a window open, you leave a roof vent open, you leave this open, you get a water spill, well, you dry it up. That's it. You're not worried about mold. You're not worried about water penetration getting into the wood and deteriorating it. So
nice.
Longevity. I mean, you're going to have this thing is going to last you forever. And it's a sizable investment for people to buy a recreational product. So that's our thinking is when you're going off grid, you don't want it to be too gadgety. You don't want things breaking down.
Yeah.
Right. You want longevity. And then at the end of the day, you might upgrade. You might have a nice trailer like this, and then in time you might upgrade to a camper.
Yeah, something like that, right there.
Exactly, right. Your family life changes. You got kids. Everything changes. So residual value on your investment with something like this versus something made out of wood, you're way further ahead on this. I'm not just trying to sell things.
Oh no, absolutely.
I've had my fair share of junk over the years, and I've lost my butt on it. And you drive them off the lot, and they just drop in value.
The value goes down. Yeah, absolutely.
I guarantee in 10 years it's going to have 50% residual value, and I'm typically very conservative. Do all your regular maintenance, and you'll turn around and sell this thing for very good money. You'll get a good return on your investment. So this is something new that we've done. We used to have an optional drawer style Dometic fridge that we had in this, but I think we're actually going to delete it out, and we're just going to stick with this because folks that are going out overlanding, they're also going four-wheel driving with their Jeeps, with their trucks, whatever. So they want to be able to take the cooler with them.
So explain to the folks out there, for the guys that may not know what this is.
Little 12-volt cooler made by Dometic. Dometic is a great product. These things you can actually get these things outfitted with a freezer as well. This one does not have it. It's just a refrigerator. And I think it's even got a spot for a USB charger right in the cooler as well. But it's all 12 volt.
Oh yeah, right there.
Yep. And it's made to plug right in.
There it is. Very nice.
But Dometic makes a really good product. They stand behind their products, and they're reasonably priced. This is all on a drawer slide. Again, all aluminum shelving. Nothing's left.
Very robust.
Yeah.
The nice thing about these two is, like, if you just had a regular cooler in here, that ice is going to melt in 48 hours,
Exactly.
right? This, you can go off grid.
Yep.
Depending on what batteries you got for who knows how long.
Exactly. And finish it out on purpose because we want people to see what's behind the scenes when we're manufacturing. So there's actually another metal support shelf that comes up here, and then there's another starboard countertop that comes straight across here. So it's got about the space of a soda can, so you'd be able to put additional storage in. But we want people to see what it looks like behind, so they can actually take this out and look behind, see what's there. The wiring, we typically don't leave wiring exposed like this, but what I wanted people to see is how things are fastened. these aren't just little stick-on holders for zip ties. These are epoxied on. Everything is all the wiring is wrapped and taken care of. Over top of this would actually be a wire chase made out of aluminum, powder coated, same interior color as well.
Wow. So if something hits it, it's not going to cut it.
Exactly.
Nice.
So when you take delivery of your new trailer, you won't see this wire. There'll just be a wiring chase here instead. Same thing up here, right? That's what you're going to see.
Nice.
So that's why we've done it this way for the show, for this particular unit. It'll get finished off when it gets back to the shop.
And you said this one just got built not too long ago,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, we just 2 days ago.
Oh, wow.
I think the last little bit of I think this particular slide out just went in 2 days ago. So
Brand spanking new.
brand spanking new. Yeah.
Nice. So over here, we were talking about the drawers here. So what would we tell the guys? What would we put over here?
Well, this one comes with the base unit. This one comes with just a little rubber tote sink. This is an optional Dometic Sites sink that you can also install. But quite honestly, we're finding is a lot of people are just leaning towards the totes. They want the simplicity. They want to be able to take the tote out, go around maybe to the side with the outside shower,
Nice.
set it down there on top of the fender and wash up in the morning or in the evening or something like that. So that's just, again, that's just on slides, very same principle as that tray for the cooler. So in here you would have your any kind of cook stove that you wanted to put in here. All of our propane, that sort of thing, is coming off the passenger side of the trailer. We've made it big enough that it'll fit pretty much anything that's on the market.
The 2-burner stoves.
Yeah, it's 2 burners. And
Nice.
you don't have to have it in there. That's just where you store it. So if you want to take it out and put it on a little table or something
Nice.
like that,
You could even
do
put
that.
it on the flat fender there. If
You
wanted
could.
to.
You could actually.
That's the nice thing about the flat styles.
Yeah. So what this thing is missing, you don't see it, as the propane storage cabinet. There's 2
That's
10-pound bottles that actually fit in that. So on the front of that storage box are 2 quick connects, one for your barbecue, for your grill, the other one for a 2-burner stove. Then of course this last drawer that pops out is just a utility drawer. It's where you put your cooking utensils. That's right, and it's just pushed to open and it locks.
Nice.
Everything just slides in.
Nice and compact.
Very compact. Doesn't come loose when you're traveling. Again, the one in Moab, it's great. There are no dents on this rear door, this rear aluminum door, from that thing flying open, because they lock. You can't open it. Right. So that's it, fully opened, fully extended.
Very cool. And I like how this acts as an awning as well. Some of these I've seen, like some of the teardrops, they come up, but they don't have a really far extension. You'd have to get a tent to put over. But this one's pretty good.
This is nice. This is nice. Yeah, this one comes standard with the 33-inch tires. So once
Let's take a look.
If you put on a 35-inch tire, what you'll find is you'll increase this height by 1.5 inches.
Oh, okay.
Right. Which doesn't seem like very much, but right now I'm trying to remind myself not to hit my head on this one. But I'm not as tall as I think I am.
Let's just give for reference, how tall are you?
I think I'm about 5'9", 5'10".
5'10". We'll say 5'10". There you go. And look, he still has a couple inches to go. There you go.
Yeah.
Just get bigger tires and you're good to go.
Clearance. Lots of clearance. If you were to add a 270-degree awning, or it doesn't have to be 270, any kind of awning, you're actually 6'8" to the top here right now.
Oh wow! Okay.
With the 33-inch wheels.
Oh yeah, because you got a nice bit of
right
section
to the very
there.
top here. So the roof rack, like any other metal component on this trailer, is all aluminum. We design, cut, and fabricate all these parts ourselves in our shop. So on all of our aluminum products, you'll see where we're going aluminum to aluminum. We're going to be using rivets. These rivets are fantastic. So they're 5,000 pound shear on these particular ones, and as far as water pressure goes, I think it's 40 psi. So they're not going to leak, right? All of our extrusions are aluminum. The extrusions to the composite panels, we use adhesives. And that's just a sealed edge. Your actual bond is actually happening in behind.
Oh,
this is just to seal everything up, just to more decorative than anything else.
Very nice.
Aluminum skins on the fenders.
Oh, yeah.
powder coated with an anti-skid product that we use in emergency services industries quite a bit. That's glass and rubber. It's very good. You can actually exfoliate skin with it. The entire body is bonded to the steel frame. The steel frame is all CNC laser cut. So this entire frame, steel frame, is notched and tabbed. What does that mean? So CNC laser cut, notched and tabbed. What that means is when we assemble this frame, it goes together like a jigsaw puzzle. Basically, it's like Lego.
Nice. You got some storage area up here too.
Yeah, nice little aluminum storage tray. That's an optional piece.
Put your bikes here.
Put your bikes there,
Whatever.
or off the back. There's also a receiver off the back bumper.
Oh,
I
nice.
don't know if you noticed that, but it's back there. This entire body is bonded to the frame with adhesives. No mechanical fasteners.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And what's the advantage to that? There's
Well,
no holes? Is that what it is?
Well, there's no. The advantage to that is just the fact that you don't need to. You know, you don't need to do that. It's not going to come apart. We did over a year of testing just on adhesives, and we're actually tearing panels apart. We do everything to failure. So we've got adhesives that have failed at 4,000 pounds per lineal foot, all the way up to 11,000 pounds.
Wow.
That's how much force it takes to pull this stuff apart.
So the material probably breaks before the bond does. Huh?
Yeah, in fact, yeah. So all the FRP skins, for example, they'll actually fail and come apart before the glue bond does.
That's incredible.
It is incredible. So, let's face it, it's not something new here. It's not something that we've invented.
Sure.
It's used extensively in the automotive industry. Most vehicles are, majority of them are bonded together. I think it would really shock people if they knew how much bonding is done in the vehicles they're driving every day.
Yeah, I used to work for Toyota in the 90s. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I used to build the Tacomas.
Okay.
I was a welder.
Oh, awesome.
All right, so let's talk about interior.
Interior. So, floor to ceiling, you're 45 inches.
Nice.
Inside wall to inside wall width-wise, you are 57 inches. Again, everything, just like with everything else, all your wire chases, all aluminum. That's where all your wires are going. You can see that's feeding this electric fan, this Max Air 10-speed fan. Again, aluminum cabinets, storage tray, same doors, polymer doors. Use the Dominic Sights windows. So you've got dual pane acrylic windows. You've got pull-up blinds.
Oh, nice.
And pull-down screen.
Very nice.
This is a double bed. In standard, we usually put about a 6-inch foam mattress in here.
This is
double.
nice. It's nice and squishy too, nice and soft.
Yep, you bet. Very, very comfortable.
And now these switches and control. What do these control?
Yeah. So here's your breaker panel over here. So this is where you're gonna activate your lights. If you have the refrigerator, water pump, heater, any ancillary equipment that you've got in the trailer, this is where you would control it from. Then you just got your LED lights on the inside. Switches, and those are operatable. You know, it's a two-way switch, so you can turn them off over on that side if you wanted to.
Oh, nice.
Then you got 2 exterior lights.
What is it? A 12 volt right there?
It is, yeah. We throw a bunch of these in, especially this one doesn't have the 12
that has the
volt.
USB. Okay.
It does, yeah. That's pretty common now. So in our 12 volt optional package, you'll have these things everywhere.
Yeah.
They're all over the place.
And I'm assuming that's
It's your CO and
for
smoke detector.
carbon monoxide and fire.
And smoke detector built in.
Nice.
Yeah. Composite skins. The interesting thing about this, when we debuted down in Pomona, it was a hot day. It was a hot weekend.
Oh, yeah.
It was very hot.
Yeah.
But if you put your hand on the underside of the skin,
I didn't do
it
that.
always feels cool to the touch. These are just your standard doors. It's an RV door. There's a little receiver here and the male fitting here. And it goes. It's not gonna come away with wind. That's got the screen window there as well. Right? So you're just gonna pop it up. There you go.
Fresh air in there. Nice.
Yeah.
So what do we have here?
This is just a aluminum cabinet, and this houses a hot water shower. It doesn't have to be this brand name; it can be any brand name. They're all pretty much the same nowadays. There's a number of different vendors. They're probably all built at the same place.
It's basically on-demand hot water.
On-demand hot water. Yeah, exactly. So again, like as I mentioned before, those that electing to go with the rubber tub, we're just coming over here, filling it up with the nozzle, right? And or filling up, take the tote out and throw it on the fender and fill it up, or pop-up tent here, outside shower, right? But
nice.
You can add more hose to this if you need to.
And I get a lot of guys making that comment. They're like, hey, you know, where do I take a shower or where do I use the bathroom? Well, the minimalist type of guy is going to have one of those little side tents to do that. Yeah.
So as I mentioned before, there's a number of different manufacturers. We try to stick with the ones that have low water flow because you're trying to conserve as much water.
Exactly.
You've got a 40-gallon water tank underneath between the wheels on the underside.
The fill here?
Yeah. Here's your vent and here's your fill. It's a special key that you need that to open that up.
Nice.
That's your fill spot. Water tanks underneath, but 40 gallons only goes so far. So it's important to have that low flow. So underneath, we really take weight distribution into consideration when we're manufacturing something. So we do weight studies. That's why on this particular trailer we've elected to mount the water tanks to the underside of the trailer between the wheels as much as possible, trying to move some of the weight back a little bit to take some of the weight off the tongue. So ideally you want to be no more than 15%, ideally about 10% tongue weight. So this particular one has a 40-gallon the polymer tanks that they meet all potable water standards.
So if something hits that, you know, how durable is that? Well, you got multiple layers of protection, right?
Exactly. Yeah. The skid plate itself is all aluminum, and again, with the ground clearance this trailer has, that should not be an issue.
Yeah.
So the suspension that we've chosen to go with on all of our trailers is Timbren. Timbren's manufactured in Ontario, Canada, and it's not a torsion so much. It's axle-less. So if you look underneath the trailer, which you'll do in here in a bit, you'll see that there's no axle going across and causing you some ground clearance issues. So we're now using them in the fire rescue on some of the trailers, and we're talking about 10,000 pound axles. This is a 3,500 pound axle. But again, the prototype unit that we've got in Moab at Twisted Jeeps, that Jeep is just getting put through the paces. It's performing nicely now. So very happy with it, very happy with it. We are full CMVSS, FMVSS manufacturers. We also have NSM certification in Canada, National Safety Mark, CSA credentials, Canadian Standards Association. So it's got all the approvals for that. We use a third-party engineer to make sure that we meet and or exceed NFPA 1192 requirements. That's why on our website, you won't see it on this trailer, but on our website, you'll see the propane cabinet, for example, when it's mounted on the side of a trailer, you can't just have an exposed propane tank mounted on the side of a trailer.
It's got armor around it, huh?
You've got to have it protected, right? So we have it in a vented cabinet, very similar to this one, and it's protected also by our structural tubing here on the sides.
Nice.
So, but again, we third party all that through engineering and to make sure that we conform with everything. We don't try to cut any corners. That's very important.
Oh yeah,
it's very important. So,
and then another thing too, if there's anyone in the general area of where you guys produce these, can they come and check them out at your factory?
Absolutely.
Or do you guys have
we
a
invite
retail
anybody
area?
who wants. If you find yourself in Red Deer, Alberta, Canada, pop on in.
There you go.
Give us a call. We'll give you a tour.
What's the actual address they have to go to?
Come visit us at our shop in Red Deer, Alberta, Canada, 1208319 Childs Industrial Avenue. Our postal code T4P 1H2.
Cool. All right, so that is probably the most comprehensive booth interview on an awesome trailer I've ever done. And if there's anyone out there that wants to get more information, what's your website?
Website overlandex.com. Check us out. Check us out on Facebook, Overland Expedition Vehicles, and you can follow us on Instagram at Overland Expedition Vehicles as well on Instagram. And check that out. We're always putting up new posts, new little designs, and it might not always be a recreational vehicle. It might be a fire rescue or something like that, but it's always something interesting to see there.